Hi guys, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to crochet a quarter keeper for your Aldi bag. I can't tell you how many times I have pulled into Aldi and not been able to find my quarter. I keep it in a tray, swearing that that is my designated Aldi quarter, not to use it, spend it, or lose it, and I'm always searching for that quarter when I pull in. So I put together this little pouch that you can keep your quarter in, and it fits nicely around your handle of your Aldi shopping bag, so you always have your quarter handy. Another thing you can do is keep this over the gear shift in your car, so you always have that quarter waiting for you too. So this is pretty simply made. It has a loop that you can put the handle through, and that will keep your quarter safely inside. The handle can also be put around your wrist so that once you put your cart back, instead of putting your quarter in your pocket, which you know you'll forget to take out of your pocket later, just put the quarter right away into your quarter keeper. Okay, so to make our quarter keeper, you are going to need a 5mm crochet hook, 100% cotton yarn. This is Peaches and Cream. It is a 4-weight cotton yarn, a darning needle, scissors, and a stitch marker. Now, if you don't have a stitch marker, don't worry about it. You can use a paper clip, you can use a safety pin or a bobby pin, or even a scrap piece of yarn you can use to mark your stitches so you can keep count of your rows. We're going to be crocheting in a continuous round or spiral. So to be able to keep track of what number row you're on, the stitch marker is going to be helpful for that, okay? All right. So to begin, we'll place a slip knot on our hook, and you'll chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now into the second chain from your hook, you're going to place a single crochet. We're going to place our single crochet into the top loop or back loop of our chain. So you'll go into the second chain, 1, 2, and place your hook into that back loop and make a single crochet. Okay, now we're going to mark that with our stitch marker. That will be our first single crochet. We're going to place 9 single crochets into our chain through the back loop. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, now we need to place 9 single crochets into the other side of our chain. So we'll turn our work around. This tail can be in the way there. We're going to go right into this loop below the last stitch we just made. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right, so we're going to go back and count, make sure we have our 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 is the one that's on our stitch marker. Okay, so that was round 1. Now for rounds 2 and 3, we're just going to go around and place 1 single crochet into each of those stitches, making sure to mark our first stitch. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going into, by the way, both the front and back loops of our stitch, okay? Just a regular single crochet now. 5. Okay, so we're just going to continue around for rounds 2 and 3, placing 1 single crochet into each stitch. I will meet you at the end of round 3. Okay, so at the end of round 3, this is a good time to weave in your tail. It's better to get it now while it's easy to get, because pretty soon it's going to be way down deep inside your little keeper there, and it will be a challenge to weave in. So let's do that now. So weaving in the tail is pretty simple. We're just going to take your needle and feed it in and out of a few of your stitches, back and forth and around, just to kind of lock it in there. These stitches are a little tight, so it's a bit of a challenge, but this is going to be the inside of our work, and we're about to turn it right side out, so now's the time while it's easy to access. Okay, so our work was curling up on us inside out. Let's flip it. And that is the side we want out. Okay, so for the next few rounds, we're going to do rounds 4 through 8 by placing a single crochet into the back loop only of our stitches. That's going to give us this ridged look here, okay? Oops, I have that in camera. Just to give it a little more pizzazz, okay? There we go. All right, so we're going into the back loop only of our stitch. That's this one here. We have a front loop and a back loop. We're putting our hook under the back loop and making our single crochet. We'll mark that. This is the first stitch of round 4. And we're going to do this for round 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Back loop, single crochets. Okay? So I will meet you back after round 8. Okay, so here is what we're looking like. This is our 8 rounds. Round 9, we're going to be creating this little hole and our chain that we place through that hole so that it kind of holds our quarter in our keeper, and it gives us this chain to hang the keeper, either attach it to your bag, or you can put it over your gear shift in your car. That way you'll always have your quarter handy when you're looking for one. Okay, round 9 is 2 back loop only single crochets. Here's one, and I'm marking it just in case I need to come back and figure out my spot. So there's 2 back loop only single crochets. Then you're going to do a single crochet through both loops next. Placing a single crochet on either side of this little chain 3 is going to help just reinforce things, okay? So we've got that single crochet. We're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. We're skipping 3, 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th we're going to make another single crochet into the front and back loops. Okay, now we're going to do 5 back loop only single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we'll do a single crochet through both the front and back loops, and we're going to chain 45 to make your keeper this long. You can make it your chain as long or as short as you like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So I want to make sure that my chain is not twisted. I'm going to skip 1 and I'm going to place a single crochet into the next space. Okay, then I'll back loop only into the next 3 stitches. 1 back loop only single crochet, 2, and 3. Whoops. 3, and then in your first space we're going to go ahead and slip stitch through both the front and back of our stitches. Okay, we're just going to pull through. We'll cut our end and pull your yarn through. Now I'm going to show you, well, let's check first before I get that far. I should have done that before I cut my yarn. I learned that the hard way. Make sure things are lined up right. Okay, and we are pretty well centered. Okay, there it is. Okay, now let's talk about how we can finish this off so that we don't have a knot on the outside of our work here. Okay, so to help blend this nicely, we're going to take our needle and place it under the second stitch from our yarn here. There's 1, here's 2. We're going to put it underneath the V. And then we're going to take our needle and put it back into this loop here from our slip stitch, and we're going to place it into our work in the back here. Okay, so you can see how that brings things nicely. You don't even see where your work ends. So now we're just going to take our end here, our yarn end, and we're going to weave it in and out and around the back of our work to help kind of secure it here, okay? There's no particular direction or way to do it, just in and out all over in different directions so that it's really nice and secure behind these stitches. All right, guys, so here is your completed quarter keeper. If you have any questions or anything wasn't clear to you, please leave me a message in the description below and I'll get back with you. I hope you found this helpful. If so, please give the video a like. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please do that. I really appreciate the support and enjoy spending time with you guys. So thanks for joining me today, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.